Greetings everyone, welcome aboard. Joseph James. It's October 12th, 2010. Schooltrade.com, sidewaysmarkets.com. Here's your live trading recap. Boy, guys, we had another big day in our live trading this morning, guys. Didn't come that easily. Had to get through a little bit of chop and slop in the beginning of the morning. Dollar broke late in the morning. We'll talk more about that in a second. Want to remind you guys, though, about our blog. If you're on the blog right now watching the video, don't forget, follow the blog, right? Always easy to get all the new updates if you follow our blog. You've got YouTube, right? Facebook. Some important social media there, guys. There's videos on YouTube you've never seen before, so go to the YouTube page, guys. We have one of the biggest collection of trading videos on YouTube has ever seen. Also, we have live support there as well. If you want some help 24/7, you've got live support there. Don't forget, you can also search the blog, right? Type in whatever topic you want to look for. It'll go out and look for all the content in the blog for you. Up top, right? Up top here, guys. Up top, click on Trade Room Resources. Trade Room Resources is a great place to get to know us. Lots of freebies there in Trade Room Resources. And then don't forget, guys, I keep track of all the webinars we do, and I post those webinars under the live webinars, right? So up top, Trade Room Resources and tutorials and live webinars. And guys, don't forget, if you have questions, you can post them right there on the blog. Let's see how we did today. 2, 4, 6, 8 total trades. We almost took a loss there on Crude. 8 winners, right? Well, 8 trades, 7 winners, 1 scratch, 166 ticks in. 1660 is 10 bucks per tick. That brings our weekly total now to 2650. Monthly total 14550, so just shy of 15,000 for the month. And of course, we got 164,000, guys. There's about 50 grand worth of profits sitting on the table right now for the rest of the year. Right? My job is I'm going to go out there and grab those profits, right? I want that 50 grand. There's about 50 grand in profit waiting for us here between now and the end of December. All right, guys, so we're going to sit here and wait. Nope, we're going to keep trading throughout the rest of the month. October, November, December, guys, this is the best time to be a trader. If you guys have questions about membership, you know how to reach us. Don't wait too long, though, guys. Don't wait too long, though, here. We're losing valuable time. This fall is the best time to be trading. What's the most important thing that happened today? Well, as expected, right, we had 2 o'clock meeting minutes being released this afternoon. So last night, in our video recap last night, we talked about how today we had the 2 o'clock meeting minutes. So 2 o'clock Eastern time today, they released the meeting minutes. And of course, the dollar dropped, right? Everything else jumped. We had a lot of traders that were waiting for this. Okay, if you're an account manager, right? You manage trade accounts, and you've got $100 billion under management. You're probably going to wait to see what that 2 p.m. meeting minutes look like today, and then you're going to put your clients' money in the market. So we had slow speed at the open because of that. We had a dollar that made an outside day and then came back down into our trading range. So it was an inside day, right? Outside day to start, right? Inside day to finish. We saw a wedge pattern on crude oil that gave us plenty of trading opportunities. That was pretty much what made us the most money today was that wedge pattern. Now, if you watched the blog last night, we had a trade call last night in the blog, right? Seeing some wedge patterns in the gold and the crude last night. Well, we continued to trade with that crude oil this morning with the wedge pattern as well. Gold market was flat. Euro was quiet, right? Crude was pretty much only thing moving today. We had a couple things in the Russell we looked at, but guys, for the most part, most of the markets other than crude this morning was waiting for 2 o'clock this afternoon, tied to the dollar going sideways and flat this morning. So we had our job, right? We knew what we wanted to do. We knew we had a challenging market in front of us, but of course, as always, we simply look for our rules to line up, and crude was pretty much the only thing we traded today. So let's see what we got here. Here's my dollar. What do you see in the dollar right now? What do you see? Well, of course, first of all, I want to compare my range today to my range yesterday, right? There's my range yesterday. And so right off the bat, what do we see? We see 3 important things. First of all, we see a pretty wide trading range, right? This is a pretty wide trading range we got today. Okay, for the conditions we were in, pretty wide trading range. When you compare it to the day before that, it was pretty much the exact same trading range we saw before. So that was a wide range. We also noticed that we traded above the range from yesterday, and then we came back down into the range from yesterday. So it was an outside day that turned inside. Now, outside days that turn inside are usually going to be a pretty good day. But what you have to worry about, though, is if the market goes back inside the range from yesterday, which this market did today, right? The dollar here came back down and then went sideways right here at the highs of the range from yesterday, the lows of the range today, and of course at the open on the dollar. So we ended up having an outside day that quickly turned into an inside day, and that inside day, right, that's when everything goes flat. Gold went flat, Euro went flat, Russell went flat. Crude was moving, but not moving as much as we would like to see. And then last but not least, we noticed we had an uptrend, right? There was an uptrend today. We actually had higher highs and higher lows. So we did have a bit of an uptrend here in the dollar. So these three things told us expect a pretty good day today, right? This is much better than being just a slow, sideways, narrow trading inside day. This had some definite potential. We also wanted to worry about that support level there at 77,500. That's the top of the channel. All right, guys. But as you guys know, later on, right, when the announcement came out at 2 o'clock, the dollar tumbled down, right, tested those lows at 77,300, and then bounced back up. Okay, so but this morning's trading, though, we didn't see much else besides the sideways dollar chopping around at those lows. Let's take a look at crude now. Let's take a look at crude. Now, crude, as you can see here, this is where we did all of our trading today. We did all of our trading on crude today. And what do you see? Well, this was a pretty easy one, guys. Now, look, here's what we shorted last night, right? That was posted on the blog last night. There was your short below the 82s, right? That was a short in the blog last night, selling the highs, right? Selling the highs of that wedge. And you can see the wedge here, right? There's my wedge high. There's my wedge low. And guys, I'm going to treat a sideways market the exact same way that I trade a wedge. I'm going to sell the highs, buy the lows, right? Buy the lows of the wedge, sell the highs of the wedge. Now, you'll also notice we're going sideways here, right? We have this sideways range, which means I'm also going to have a chance here to sell the highs of the range, which at that time was at 82. If we break above the 82, right, I'll be a buyer above 82, but I don't want to go too high here because I've got some resistance overhead. So we knew I was trading sideways, right? Here was my sideways range. Trading sideways means I can sell the highs, buy the lows. I also have a chance to sell the highs of the channel, of the wedge up there at 82.50, or I can buy the lows of the wedge at 81 even. Now what happened today was we took our first trade here when we broke above 82 even. Right? First trade this morning was we broke above 82 even. We bought the lows there. Okay, we bought the break above 82 even. Remember, once I break above that level, I'm now in this range now. Okay, I'll buy the lows at 82 even. I'll sell the highs at 67. Okay, once I'm above that, I'm in the range above me now. Well, once we bought the break above 82, we then came tumbling back down. We took a couple shorts below 82. We then had some support come in here at 81.50, and we actually bought the lows going back up, right? So it was your typical day, right? Wedge pattern, guys. Like I said, go to the blog. On the blog under Trade Room Resources, you want to check out the wedge pattern. Channels, wedges, sideways markets, guys. Lots of great examples on the blog of how to trade those. All right, let's keep moving. So we saw a sideways market on crude. Like I said, the first trade of the day here was we were buying above 82s because we broke back above 82s. And here we are. So here's my first trade of the day here, guys. As you can see, there's my 82 right there. Right? There's my 82. We're going to break above the 82.